Hello everybody, I'm very excited to announce today that we have MCE support in libopc. MCE is a markup, compatibility and extensibility and it's part of the Office OpenXML specification. In fact, I believe it's part 3. To give it a try, as usual, get the source code on Windows, go to source code, click download. You'll get libopc, zip, unzip it, go to Win32, download Visual Studio, so Visual Studio Express will do. Double click, it'll open. Just choose whatever you want to do, debug or release, and do a release, and build the entire project. Here, build. Once this is all okay, go and have the Visual Studio Command prompt open, go to the directory where you have libopc installed, documents, libopc. Here's where we are. It's always a good idea to run the regression test so that we Python. You wouldn't need Python 2.7 is okay, 2.6 would work too. Test, and you got to tell them what build we have. So we have a release build, and here we go. You see all the regression tests being run. There's a separate screencast about regression testing and what it does. I want to show you MCE today. So what we have here is sample. So here's the MCE zip. Let me go ahead and show you an example. So circles ignorable. That's an example from the standard. And what you see is we have two namespaces, v2 and v3. And these are marked ignorable. And we have elements using that namespace, which is that v2 and that v3. And the idea is that if you don't understand v2 and you don't understand v3, you just can safely ignore them. So that means getting rid of the elements. And so there's this tool, this new tool in libopc. It's called MCE extract. And and the first argument is the container, so that's test docs mce.zip, and the second one is the part we want to extract. And so we want to extract the circles ignorable part from that, and well, write the string to out.xml and then display out.xml. So here we are. And you see how that was transformed, especially the v2 and v3 arguments are gone. And all the MCE markup is gone too, because that's after the pre-processing step, that's gone. And now you could, give that to a simple program or to a validator, and so there are no annoying or problematic attributes any longer. But if you are an application which, for example, will understand v2, you can simulate that with the MCE extract tool. You simply say, I understand this namespace, so it's v2, and you see you get the v2 attribute. And if you further say you understand v3, guess what? You see v3 too. So let me show you understands v3. So here we are. That's a very simple MCE stuff. It's very important, for example, if you want to do validation of your documents. So that comes into play, for example, if you have a document being generated by Word 2010, you want to validate it against the Office OpenXML schemas, you just need the MCE extract tool and you get a clean standard conformant document without the MCE stuff. I'll show that later, but let's dive a little bit more into MCE. Another part of MCE is the alternate content. It's kind of a switch case statement. So it's the same setup here. Again, this example is from the Office OpenXML specification. So again, v2, v3 are ignorable, and here it is. If you understand v3, do this. If you don't understand that, use a fallback. And here again is this ignorable opacity argument. So let's have a look what happens if I do a very simple thing. So it's circles alternate content. So no namespace is known. And you see, we go into the fallback, we get the luminance filter, and the v2 is gone. So let's say we understand that. We understand v2 understands v2. So you see, the v2 elements are now available. But the magic happens if you say I understand v3, which understands, v3. Here we go. And you see, you get the choice for this element. And there's yet another important mechanism of MCE, that's process content. Here's the same setup. So if v2 is ignorable, and usually you would say, okay, I ignore this element, I ignore this element. So basically, you have an empty circles element. But with MCE, with the process content, you can say, okay, ignore v2, so ignore this, but process the content of the v2 blink element. So that means go into and process the content. And let's see what this does. So circles process content, and you see you get the two circles from the blink element. And again, if you say I understand v2 understands, you get the whole thing. So that's basically MC. You can, let me show you, first of all, there's very few overheads, so let's do a quick performance test. So again, we take the biggest document we have, which is in the test docs. It's the OXML 4.docx, and there's the document. Oh, it's the Word document .xml, and just save that. And you know it's being processed with MC processing. It should take about 10 to 12 seconds. I'm not sure how long. Yeah, so with screencasts on itself, 11 seconds. And compare this to raw, which basically means no MC processing. We should land at 8 seconds or something like that. So the overhead should not be more than 3 seconds in this example. Yeah, exactly. As if I had run that again before. So where's MC important for? MC is important for example validation, and this is another thing we have added to libopc, just a proof of concept. I downloaded a document from a test set. Here it's from the document interoperability side. There's the MC extensions element. And when we take a look at the MC extensions element, let us quickly do that. I downloaded it here. So MC extensions, Word document .xml out XML. Let me show you the document. And you see this is a document being produced with Office 2010, and there's a text marked as glowing. Let me quickly find that. Oh, we want to have the raw first. So here's this being marked as glowing. And as I incidentally showed you, if you run it without understanding any namespaces, that's ignored, as the specification says. And if you say I understand this namespace, you will see that you have the Okay. Okay. Understands. There's a problem. So then you see you have the glowing mark of gun. And the problem is if you validate this document against the Office Open XML schema, you surely get an error because the specification does not say anything about W14, the new prefix for Office 2010. And here's a little Python script. It's validate.py, and you can just pass it in a document to be validated. Let me just do that. And it uses, for validation, it uses the XML schema validator from this website. Should be here. So that's the kind of reference implementation for the XML schema validator. And you need to install it into this location. The problem is my installation on this machine was in project file x68. So what I really need to do is tweak to generate a Python, so you can have a look at the script. Here's the validate. No, it's validate in Python. You see here's the validator is supposed to be, and of course it's here. And yeah, just here's where you can find all the schemas. And so now you can go ahead. Yeah, and the other thing is you need to tell them what we're doing. So target equals release. Okay, it needs to be the first argument. So here we go. And now it is iterating through to every part in this package and validating it. And here's the validation matrix. So it'll ignore these content types, and with this type, it'll use this schema to validate it against, and it will apply the MCE processing first, and this way you see that the word stream is generated or is validated correctly. Yeah, that's so much for the validation. It's kind of flaky. It's not really good. The main reason is that the accessibility validator is kind of slow, and so it takes a long time to validate. The other thing, slowness comes from the fact that I'm downloading all the schemas from the internet, and they reference other schemas from the internet, so there's a long processing time required. But it's good proof of concept, and well, you can actually validate documents and show that MCE is working. Thanks for listening, and stay tuned.